Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this week's Faculty Profile podcast. Today, I'm here with Lisa Bell, a business professor at Henderson State University. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for letting me be here with you today.
So what kind of business degree programs are offered here at Henderson?
We have several traditional programs here at Henderson, such as management, marketing, finance, but we're really excited about a new degree that we're waiting on approval for. The new degree is going to allow our business students to customize their degree, and they don't have to fall into a specific category of the traditional degrees such as marketing, management, or finance. They're going to be able to take a little bit more marketing if they really like marketing. They can weave in some communication classes if they want to do that. So they're going to be able to customize that as they go along based on what they feel like they enjoy the most and what they see their future careers being.
That's so interesting. What would you say are the most popular programs of the business school?
Right now, by and far, is going to be the management degree. That's actually my degree. I have a bachelor's of business administration and management. It is the largest enrolled degree that we have currently. It allows students to go to work in any industry. No matter what it is, they have the ability to go in and manage that company from the human resources aspects to operations.
Can you discuss any specializations or concentrations offered within the program, including certificates?
Okay. We have several certificates. I probably can't name them all, but we'll talk about a few of them. We have one in entrepreneurship, which is fantastic. A lot of our students really do want to go back home to their local communities, and they want to be a part of the economic growth of their local community, so they want to start their own business. And our entrepreneurship certificate guides them on how that is possible and sets them up for success. We also have one in integrated marketing communications, which would be something that you might be interested in, Kayla. We have several others. One is a nonprofit management. So we do offer several certificates. We are always looking for new ones. We've talked to bankers about potentially a banking certificate. We are always looking for new and better ways to make our students more marketable.
How innovative. I love that. Are there any opportunities for students to engage in internships or cooperative education experiences?
Absolutely. So most of my students have engaged in either an internship or what we call a mentorship. What's interesting is the new degree that I said is pending approval, so we're kind of on pins and needles waiting. But with that new degree, we have factored in 4 different things that we want students to accomplish. One of those is they have to either complete an internship or be in our mentorship program. They have to engage in one consulting assignment, so they may work with a small business and come up with a marketing plan for that small business. Also, we have partnered with Coursera, and our students can obtain credentials or certificates from corporations like Google and IBM and Intuit. So that's a resume builder. So when they walk in on day one in a business, they are ready to go. They know what they're doing. And then finally, we have all of our students participate in a global collaborative team, which is very unique. Those students are working with students across the globe. So they're having to learn how to deal in a remote environment because they're never going to be able to see these students face to face. And with that, they're having to manage their time because time zones are different across the world. So some students are meeting at various times. They also deal with the challenge of language barriers. So it allows them to be more marketable when they complete all of that.
What do you believe are the key skills or qualities that students will develop through the business program?
I think the top 2 skills, critical thinking skills and soft skills. We want our students to take the knowledge that we give them, we want them to apply that knowledge, and we want them to solve problems. And you'll notice how I said problems, because there are a multitude of problems in the world. And when they find a problem, we want them to come up with solutions, not just one solution to the problem. We want them to use their critical thinking skills to say, this is our issue. We maybe a product is not selling. how can we get that product to sell better? Or do we need to ditch that product and start with a whole new product entirely? So we want them to use those critical thinking skills, and we have different avenues for them to develop those critical thinking skills. As far as soft skills goes, we have courses that help them develop their communication styles. They figure out how to send emails and how to correspond, even to faculty, because it does start here in the correspondence that they have with their faculty. Most of my students, if you ask them, they will say almost every email I send out, it will include their name in the beginning and then the body of the email and then my signature at the end. And I tell them, if I'm not practicing that, how can I expect you to practice that? So we help them develop those skills.
Are there opportunities for networking and alumni or industry professionals?
Yes. So it's 7:30 this morning, bright and early, 7:30 this morning. And for those listening that know me, that is not the time of day I normally function very well. We had a breakfast here on Henderson's campus at the dining hall. We had several alumni and business professionals in the community meet with our students. They talked to our students about different avenues for internships, mentorships. They talked about their particular careers and how a student might flourish in those careers. So we do things like that on campus. We also have the ability to go and tour different businesses. Over the years, we have taken students to Hot Springs to tour businesses. We've taken them to Little Rock. Actually, 3 of your current faculty here went out and got their CDL license in order to drive students all the way to Atlanta to visit an alumni in Atlanta and his business there. We make it happen. That's what we do.
Can you provide examples of recent student success stories or notable alumni from the program?
Yes. Notable alumni. I won't shout out too many names because if I do, I'm going to leave someone off. So I'll go with what they're doing and where they are. We have students that are working for Walmart, for Sam's Club. We have students that work for Tyson Foods. We have students that work for Amazon. And then we have students that work in downtown Arkadelphia and own their own business in downtown Arkadelphia. We provide them with the opportunity to do what fits them. Again, it goes back to that new degree we're weaving in, which is customization. We want students to identify what works for them, and we want to help them get there.
Following up on that, what are the most in-demand jobs?
The most in-demand jobs that we're seeing now are analysts. That goes back to what skills students really need and what we're providing, critical thinking skills. Analysts analyze information, whether that's financial or non-financial information or combining both of those. Analysts are very high in demand. So we are making sure within our program that we provide them opportunities to meet that demand.
Please tell us a little bit about your path to becoming a business professor.
Well, it was a little curved. It did take me 5 years to achieve my undergraduate degree because I changed majors. So I do tell students, just because you start with something doesn't mean you have to end with that. Know your path and figure out your path. I achieved my Bachelor of Business Administration degree, specializing in management. Went out into the world and realized I truly enjoyed accounting. So then I came back to Henderson and took 30 upper-level accounting hours and sat for the CPA exam. I worked in public accounting for about a decade. And then I came back to complete my Master of Business Administration. And after that is when I began teaching. So my path has been varied, but I feel like it has put me in a position to be a good advisor for students to help them along their path.
What do you enjoy the most about it?
Connecting with the students, period. That I could say so much more, but in a nutshell, connecting with the students.
How can potential students learn more about Henderson's business program?
They can go to the website, obviously, or they can email business@hsu.edu. They can always email me, massiel@hsu.edu. They can reach out to Dr. Nathan Campbell. He is our director. So any way they want to reach out to us, call us. We will listen and we will call you back, and we will schedule a time to meet with you, whether it's in person, via Teams, on the telephone, via text message. However you feel like you want to communicate, we'll talk to you and tell you what we have to offer.
Well, thank you so much for meeting with me.
Thank you for letting me be here today. It was a pleasure.
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much for watching. This has been your Faculty Profile podcast with your host, Kayla Streepy and Lisa Bell. Thank you so much for watching.